Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at how the Str Recoome and Guldo unit do in the Helez God of Destruction event. Now the big thing here with the Helez event is that Recoome and Guldo's kind of defensive ability to guard all attacks is going to be something that's quite useful. Obviously it gives them the strength to be incredibly useful in a stage where the types are constantly changing. It's one of the reasons why they're so strong in the ESPR and SPR, because there you face multiple types of enemies, and so their ability to kind of constantly be a good defensive juggernaut against various types of enemies is something that cannot be kind of understated in terms of how valuable it is in these kind of super hard events. So very cool stuff from Recoome and Guldo. Very awesome, a very good performance by them, and kind of like a very good stage to just gauge how strong they are and how well they perform in the stage and just what they bring to the table, because it's always easy to kind of measure a unit when, for example, they're not really challenged. In Dokkan events you can see the stats and you can see everything there, which is really great, but realistically we want to see how well the units do in these mega hard events. So that's a good place to measure them. Obviously now it is important to take note that Helez doesn't technically hit as hard as the other Gods of Destructions, and that's because she's constantly changing type, so your team is always at a disadvantage, which is in stark contrast to the other Gods of Destruction events, whereby for the most part you can build a team that always has type advantage, or at least has a strong ability to defend against the God of Destruction, or starts out very strong. So obviously Helez doesn't hit as hard, but this is more a measure of how good their God versatility is in these kind of events, and just kind of where you can go from there, and just how to measure up the unit itself. So obviously for me, I think they're a very good unit. I think they're a great option for a lot of players. I think they bring a lot of versatility. It's not so apparent here, but in ESBR and SBR, their stunning and sealing abilities, their defense and attack lowering abilities are all incredibly useful and super duper helpful. And their guard ability, which we'll see now, is going to be very strong. Now obviously in this scenario here, in this exact situation, their guard ability only has a 50% chance to proc. So it is important that we keep note of that, because there's no Ginyu on the rotation. They've only got a 50% chance to proc. So we're going to see how that goes, and then the next rotation we'll have Ginyu, and you'll see how useful they are to use in that situation. So we've got Recoome here, Physical Recoome, who by the way links very good with them, and also has an ability to guard when there are Ginyu Force members on the rotation. So together they make quite a powerful defensive pairing actually. And yeah, here we see them raise their defense, and they do manage to get the 50% guard, so they actually are going to tank very well this turn. You can see every hit is kind of just building up that defense more and more, and they are looking incredibly solid. So very good unit so far, doing a lot of good work. Remember, we'll have a Ginyu on the next rotation, so these guys are going to do some crazy work there defensively. But yeah, just overall they're just looking very solid, looking very good, bringing a lot to the table, doing a lot of good work, and just very happy with how they perform. I think they do a great job. They really beef the rest of the rotation by being such a defensive stalwart. I think in context of the team now, they're a very crucial element to any team. If you're running Ginyu and you have these guys, you just automatically run the pairing together, and they are so strong defensively. So it is very impressive. I like what they bring to the table. And yeah, if you have them, you can look forward to using them to take on events like this, and you should be able to get a lot of really good work done because of just how strong they are. So yeah, overall super duper run, very good, super happy with them. And yeah, I think they're a top unit. I think you can use them in pretty much every bit of content in the game right now on global, and I think they're a very future-proofed unit. just through their like abilities and the nature of how their abilities work. So I'm very, very happy with how they've done. Obviously here we're facing a physical type Heles, so we don't really have like the need, I want to say, to kind of, you know, put these guys in that kind of like, they obviously already have guard, which is fine. It's not really an issue that they're not going to be able to show how they defend against a different type. We do have an item active here. You can see their attack has gone up very nicely. It does look pretty impressive, and yeah, they do some decent damage. Nothing crazy. They're not a crazy offensive unit at 55%, but they are very solid defensively. We can see here double digits. Now even with an item active, to take double digits means your raw defense has to be very high, because this is still a God of Destruction event. She's still throwing out 500k, 600k super attacks. So these guys still have a very, very impressive kind of barrier of defense around them. So I'm very impressed with them, and yeah, I think they've shown that they're really, really solid. Obviously, we're going to clear the Heles event in a very good time, actually, in a very, very impressive time. That's kind of just the power of the Skin Force team now. They're just incredible all around. Like, the whole team is just very, very strong, very, very powerful, and yeah, just super duper strong. So I'm super duper happy with how they did. Let me know what you think. Do you think they did well? Have you used them? Are you planning on using them? Yeah, all the usual stuff. I think they're awesome. If you did manage to get them, that's great. I didn't manage to get Jason Berta, who I think are also equally as good for a lot of events. And yeah, we're going to take a look at how these guys do in a lot of content. But yeah, I think they did great here, and I think it was a really, really awesome showing. So I'm super duper chuffed now. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like or a comment down below and I'll try to reply back. As always, take care and bye.